Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Méchet for another episode. We've moved on to January. I did say I'd bring you back in the end of February or beginning of March, but there's bits that need to be done, so there's no point in leaving everything else. I did the 3 new fields, I did plough them, I did stone pick them. We've done the manure, the slurry on them and that, so we've done the lime, so they're ready to go, whatever we're going to plan to put in them. Now, a few other bits and pieces. I did put down our farmhouse. Now, I get myself back to 135 first. Cost me a little bit more on other bits and pieces, but I didn't care. We sold products, which is why the money is up. I think we're on 112, so we're plus on that. We sold what we had from the dairies on the farm. So, yeah, I just got this down. It's the same farmhouse that was up at the original farm when we got it, the original start farm. Has all the bells and whistles in it, and it's fitted in okay. We can find the right door, we can go in. That's not the right door. This will bring us in anyway. So everything is the same, no problem. We're back in business. I just feel better having a house on the farm rather than nothing at all. And yeah, we got that done. Now, one of the primary reasons I'm bringing you back in too is because we're going to have a few changes next month. We have new arrivals here and we have new arrivals here. Now, there's only 12 in here, so that's okay, they'll arrive, but the big ones are going to be sold off when they do arrive. We're not going to keep them. We're going to see how much we get. We've reared these from calves, so we're going to see exactly what we get when we sell them off. Now, what age are they actually at? I can't remember. They're in the fattening barn. They're 26 months. Now, I don't know whether that's the peak. Now, this is what I wanted to do as well. We're going to sell off those 24. They're older, and we want to have younger ones in the barn. But what we'll do is we'll keep them there. They're still producing milk. We'll keep them there till the end of the month, and we get rid of them before the new ones are born. Have been working away on the bales in here. There's still silage left in here, but we're going to open the pit. So let's do that now. There we go. We have the pit open. We're going to have to mix up a bit of TMR, and we're going to use the silage out of the pit to do that. But first job I'm going to just get started on while you're here is getting this oilseed radish. What do you call it? Forgetting what cultivated. Getting the oilseed radish cultivated into the field. We don't need the fence, so we might as well use the John Deere. We'll do it. We might as well use it. We're clocking up the hours, and 64.6 hours on this tractor now, which seems to have gone up quite a bit. I'm not paying attention to them, you see, and I've been using it for multiple jobs, more so than... Let's do a quick check. That's only got 17. That's 42 because we're using that quite a bit as well. Combine's on 13. Oh, while we're here. While we're here. That's on 0.1 and the Fent is on 30. Got pulled up quite a few hours on the Fent. I'm going to move these over while I'm down here. We did get a pallet of plant-based milk. We got, I think, about 6,000 for it in total. No, you can't take. You can't take 4 pallets on this. Yeah, I got about 6,000 in total. So it's okay. It's like, it's not. It produces slow, which, like, to be honest, I'm happy enough it is. Now, when I talk about things producing slow, I'll just show you what we have in the premium grape juice. And then we'll talk about things producing slow. We have 145 litres of one and 289 of the other. So that is running slow. And that kind of makes sense then why it's so valuable, because I don't know whether we'd even process all of it in a year. That's being honest with you. It just seems that it would take a substantial amount of time to process through it. So we're going to keep it running anyway. And it's just making me wonder, are we out of grapes now? No, it's still producing worse grapes. It just makes me wonder whether we should sow grapes again this year, because I don't think it's going to process through them all by the time we get the new harvest done, and then we're going to just have a backlog. So I could use the production control mod and bump it up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get these in, and I'm going to get these 2 more runs. They're all in. I hate when they back up like that. So other than that, we've done nothing apart from feeding the cattle. We've done the Charolais as well. We gave them their TMR. We topped them out. I think they're actually due next month as well. Let's see. Yeah, they're due next month too. So I'll be selling them off. So that's why I wanted to bring you back early, because I want you around when I do this sell off, and we see what money we get from them. Going forward, once they have their offspring, we'll sell the elders off, and we'll keep the younger ones. As I said, I was considering moving them to another paddock that we could get more into, but to be honest, I'm happy enough with what we have. We're dealing with the animals, solely dealing with the animals, and I am enjoying it, but it's just it's rinse and repeat. Now, as regards crops going into the fields, I was trying to make my mind up what I'm going to put into the other fields, and I really can't. So I've taken the field numbers, and I'm actually going to probably throw it into ChatGTP that I used on my other series for the... yes, it's because I have them unbalanced. The other one's further forward. It's just causing it to be a bit unstable. I might just say, do me a crop rotation for 3 years. And I think that's being ambitious. Why do I say that? I do not think I'm going to be on this map for another 3 years, to be honest with you. Not in this current playthrough. If I do what I said and build a farm on it somewhere else and start from scratch. I just find that this is just a great experience. I've learned everything about it. We've learned how everything works on the map. But regards to the way I normally do work on maps and challenges, and it's too easy. It's just too easy to make money. Like, I mean, we get the money down, then all of a sudden we sell off the few bits and pieces and the money's right back up there again. And look, it's great if you like playing that way, but with me, I'd like to have a goal at the end, and you're starting with very little and you have a goal to work towards. And I'm not saying we didn't have a goal. We did have a goal. We learned how everything has worked on this map. That's invaluable information anyway. We learned a lot, but yeah, I kind of feel, for me, it's kind of missing something. Don't get me wrong, I'm still enjoying the map. I love the fields. When I was doing all the contracts the last couple of months, and took on the tethering contracts and stuff like that I hadn't done, it brought me to fields I hadn't been in before and showed me another side of the map that I hadn't been to. I didn't see the farmhouse from down here. I think it kind of looks okay. Anyway, I'll get this field done. I think this is the only one we have oilseed radish, and it is, yeah. The only one. There's nothing in that field. And they're the 3 fields up there. So everything else is sown. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6 fields to deal with in springtime. And of course dealing with the animals. So what I got to do, I've got to get this done, and then I'm going to get a mix done with the wheel loader. Get the silage out of the pit and get something into the mixer wagon, and let's have a look and see how I make a mess out of it. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. Just very briefly bringing you back in. This field is the one just over from the where the house is and the cow barns. And I did think I planted oilseed radish in it, but there is nothing in it. It has the pattern. It was sown. I did do it. That's why when I was doing the other one, I said it'd be another field of oilseed radish. I kind of knew I planted more than just the one. And when I came into it, around the edges and one or two of the corners, there was oilseed radish. So I don't know why it didn't take to the ground that was there. Like, it is a direct drill we had. So it didn't matter that it was, I think it was corn that was in here. It didn't matter that it was corn. We should have been able to direct drill over it, even though it said it needed ploughing. But there you go. It didn't take. Like, there was oilseed radish in the corner, in a couple of the corners on the headlands, and that's it. And that's what kind of had me wondering what was going on. Anyway, it's getting the full treatment now. It needed ploughing anyway. That was always the intention. But we got the stones picked. I'm glad I didn't send the stone picker back. I held on to it. Why, I don't know, because I had no intentions of buying another field anyway, so we're not going to need it. But yeah, I'll get the stones off this now, and then we will we'll move on to the end of the month, and then we get those cattle sold before we move into February. Okay, that field was done, the stone picking was done. Just one thing I forgot to update you on, the wood production. We got rid of it. Firewood production. I forgot you could use the power tools to actually transfer the ownership, so I transferred it back to an NPC. Didn't take any money for it. It was 38 grand the cost us, but I didn't take any money for it. Just wanted to get it off the books, so to speak. So this is the first time using the wheel loader, and we're going to mix up a load of TMR before we move on, just to make sure they have food. And this is going to be so much easier. It's a 4,000 litre bucket. We could have got a bigger one. And literally the one we had done 2,000, so it just makes life a little bit easier. I would assume you can get a grab for this for lifting the bales, but happy enough to continue using the John Deere to do that. Stuck up against the wall now. Putting two of these in, 2 alfalfa bales, and then there's a half a bale of straw left there from the last one. So the two important things are the silage and the alfalfa hay. Oh, that goes in really quick. I thought I didn't have it in. I thought it was still in it. This just makes life so much quicker. How quick that was. Now. Get down. Controller wasn't doing what I was trying to zoom in, and it wouldn't zoom in for me. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm sure there was something else I was to update you on, and I just cannot remember. It mustn't have been that much anyway. So basically, we're going to get this done, and then we're going to move forward then, and here we go, TMR. We're going to move forward then, and sell off the cows before we move forward into February, and then we sell off the other cattle once we have the new arrivals. You get over out of the way. Up we go. Wheel loader just makes life so much easier. And the minute I see them when they come up in the second-hand market, of course, right away, in like a shot. Oh, gone too far. There we go. Well, I know. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that field. It was just weird. Definitely. That's why I was wondering when I was doing the alfalfa in the other field. I was kind of going, Did I not have more than one? I was full sure I had more than one, and I should have had. But for some strange reason, it didn't work out. Now, the rye bales we're going to get off the field when we do that are getting... well, I said it in the title, in what I said. The rye coming off the field is getting baled. So the bales are going to go into storage. We're going to just work our way through the pit. We leave them in storage. We work our way through the pit and see how it goes. Now, this isn't going to take much. It takes something at all. Oh, I took it all. Okay. That should be enough. I'm just interested in the cows are the important ones because they we can't let them run out. How many bales have we got in total in that? Sorry, menus popping up everywhere. Oh, 373 out of 600. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to drive up around. I found it handier just to drive up around and come back down. It leaves the it's a circle and it leaves the in the right place then for... Now, which one are you on? No, that's not the one I want. Here we go. There's quite a bit of manure in there. Mind you, a house 300,000 litres, so I think it's just the visual effect. You know what we will do? We will leave you here. No point in putting you back down. Now, field overview. Have we anything else to do? 46 grass, stage 3. We'll let that go to stage 4. Other than that, we have 11 and 14, 27. And then we've the other. That'll be 4 fields. Map. Ah, yeah, the small little one. I kind of wondered how we got 4. So we got 14, 58, 27, 11, and these 3 up here. That's right now. I thought it was 6 fields. That's what I was kind of going, how come we had 4? Anyway, I'll bring you back in a few minutes when we move forward. Although, hold on. Let's, I'll bring you back rather than keeping you in while it's just doing the snooze wheel. And I'll get up to the end of the month and then we'll sell off the cows out of the milking barn. Well, that was clever. I moved up to 6 in the evening. I couldn't find the light switch. We were in total darkness. Okay, now, what we want to get rid of the old guys. You served us well, but you're losing your value. 30,000 minus the 2, 4. So that's them done. And then we're going to move forward to February 1st. We're okay for animals anyway. Or for feed animals. Okay for animals too. Anyway, right, while this is doing, can I rant and rave and give out? I'm allowed. It's my channel. I can give out if I want. What am I going to give out about? Not about the map, not about this save, not about... What I'm going to give out about is, right, I'm going to give out about alpacas and beans and all the stuff we're getting from the so-called premier content creators. I know they're doing what they always do. It's their choice to do it, but I'm not watching any of it. That's just being honest with you. I could not be bothered watching it because they're going to destroy this DLC before it comes out, like they did with Kinleg, with just when they get access to it the weeks before. I just won't watch any of it. I don't want to know what's going on. I will learn it when it comes out. It's just we're on the weekend where FarmCon is on, and YouTube is just overloaded. And I know other content creators, other people feel the same. They don't want to know. They want to learn the maps themselves, and that's grand. We just ignore it. But it's just the content on it. Now, I know I do watch DJ Goham quite a bit. But what have we got? Did we not get our new arrivals? No, we didn't get our new arrivals yet. Offspring in 1 month. Oh. I had only moved through to the end of the second day and then moved into the third day. Okay, we're moving again. Yeah, I get it. They're doing what they're expected to do, being a partner with Giant the way they are and getting early access to stuff and that. But I know, like, when I had 4 different things coming up in my feed, all the same one, like all about the same stuff, it just went, oh, here, lads, come on, give it a break. And I'm sure other people feel the same. Okay, right. Let's do the deed. The older guys, you served us well. It's only getting 22,000 for you, but it's okay. Now, that's them. We have babies again. We're going to look after them. They'll eat no food. They'll still create plenty of manure. These ones are... Yeah, we could have left the other ones in for another bit of time, but I didn't want to. I felt the price was going down with them, and we want to move up to the beef cattle. I'm a bit underwhelmed with the money because when I do stuff like this, I would normally have that grass is ready to cut. I would normally have... Where's your babies? Did you have them yet? They must be here somewhere. There's 51 in the pen. Okay, why did they not have offspring? Let's go and check. Reproduction. Okay, that did not work. We should have 51 babies in here. And we don't. And it's telling me they're not due again. They're on 7% reproduction, so these did not reproduce. Definitely not. Okay, I'm glad I brought you in for that anyway. At least it's not just me. They didn't reproduce. I don't know why. I'm just going to empty the rest of this out. They should still be okay for food anyway, they are, yeah. It's just the visuals, it looks like there's nothing there with the 50,000 litres plus. Alright, chalk that one up. For some reason our Charolais didn't have offspring. I don't know why. Maybe we'll keep an eye on that. It's kind of, we have to wait another 7 months, I think it said, before there'll be any more. We'll have a look at that and see what's going on. Is there an issue with them? Maybe there is. Maybe when I come back later on, there might be actually offspring in the pen. But it's definitely should have showed 102 in the pen in total. But we're only showing 51. Okay, you're back already. Modified crop calendar on this map. So we have spring sown in February. We're going to put out in the big field over here. Might as well. I'm just thinking maybe this map is modified and maybe you do not get offspring from beef cattle, which is why we didn't get any Charolais, which, like, thinking about it would make more sense, but it just kind of I kind of just expected there to be something there and there wasn't, so maybe that's it. Let's just throw on that. Yeah, we're getting an application of fertilizer, are we? We're sowing, are we? Better check, just make sure. We got oats in the ground. We have oats in the ground. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's modified. we'll keep an eye on it. So at what stage do we sell them? Do we sell them now, if that's the case? Because they're at 15 months, or do we keep them for another bit? I'll tell you what, we'll see if the price goes up next month. And it might be a case of when we do sell them, then we just fill the pen with 102 in total and go with that. Yeah, we're going to put oats in here. Crop calendar. As you can see, we can put corn in this month. No, sorry, not corn, cotton. Sorry. Meadowgrass, oats. We go down, do spring and winter barley. Now we have... what is that? That's spelt, isn't it? Come on. Yeah. Triticale. That is spelt. I knew it spelt in. So we've no wheat. Tell you what, we throw wheat in the new field number 77 up there. Just to get away from the farm. Then just looking at what we can put in this month. Next month we have a lot more. Like we have our sunflowers. We have... what other oil crops do we have? Well, canola we can't put in now. I think it's too late. But the only other oil crop we have is sunflower. We put sunflower in one of the fields anyway. We had them in the field beside the farm last year, the one directly across from the cow barn. We're not going to put them back in that field. We're going to do our crop rotation on them. So we worry about that next month. We might put them up in the field that the oilseed radish didn't grow in. And yeah, we'll kind of toss up what we're going to put in the other two fields up on the hill. I don't mind if it's a grain crop because it can go into the grain mill anyway, and we make flour out of it. I was kind of thinking we were going to be jumping forward into April in this episode as well, but it doesn't look like it now. We can get some sowing done. We'll get these fields rolled. Just so I'm not going to work in the one area, that's why I'm going to put the wheat up in the other field rather than just crossing the field boundaries here and going into the other fields to do crops. We'll put something different in them next month. May even put a bit of corn into the field beside it, although corn is practically useless to us apart from it just gets sold. It doesn't get used for anything else, so let's get the corner so it's not missed. It doesn't get used for anything else. But yeah, it's just a crop to grow, I suppose, something different. So yeah, maybe that's the case with the Charolais. They don't... they're beef cattle. They're not designed to reproduce themselves. Tell you what, let's check the health menu out, which is down here. Let's see what it says. The one for a Méchet. Reproduction slower. So they should reproduce. Tell you what, we're doing the experiment, so we leave them there. We're not going to sell them off, even if we have to keep them. Let's say another 9 months before they reproduce. We'll wait and see. No point in selling them off, and then our experiment is starting from scratch again. So we'll do that. We'll leave them there. We'll leave them be because we're just trying to work out what works and what doesn't work with regards to the animals on this map and the livestock. So. Yeah, I'm glad now I went into the help menu. That help menu is really, really good. Why is it telling me there's tram lines? Let's just check that before it does put tram lines in. I had no tram lines on this field. Why is it all of a sudden putting tram lines on? I'll check them all while I'm in here. None on that one because we reset them on that. While I'm here, I'm going to do these ones up here, otherwise they're going to come up on them. None? No. None. And probably the next one has none as well. But why did it do it on that field? None. Strange. Thankfully we caught it anyway. I don't know if he changed it afterwards. Does it get rid of them if it has already put them in or not? I know some people love the visuals of them. I think they're too wide. I know you can adjust the width of them now and make them look less intrusive than they did when they first came out, but no, I don't like them. I just prefer to see a nice even field of crop. Turning golden brown, more money. Anyway, let me get these couple of fields done and I'll give you an update then to what else we're going to do. We'll get the barley in here, we'll get the wheat up in the other one, put a tractor on here with the roller to do the rolling while I'm up at the other one. Okay, I worked out a game plan for the fields for sowing them. 77 we're in now, we're putting wheat in. Just jump into the plan. 75, which is this one over here, that'll be next month, we're putting sunflowers. 76 we're going to put soybeans in there next month as well. 11 we're going to put sorghum in there, that's next month as well. 27 we're going to put cotton in because I want to do some crops we haven't done. And number 58, for the fun of it, we're going to stick some carrots in. Now I have money, I could buy another field and that, but I'm not going to. Been keeping an eye on the second-hand market. I'm looking for, I want to make a few changes. I did say I wanted to get a telehandler and this one has come up, which kind of caught my eye. Now, what it'll mean is we're going to not need, this will be on the main farm, so we're not going to need the John Deere to be in the shed to pick up the bales for the TMR mixer. The bale grab we have, what's this, rim edges? Oh, just the colour, okay. This does, yeah, okay, Fent, that's $5,000 more. You know what, we just leave it in the Lind. Rim colours, they do, yeah, the red, the match. Tires, any difference? Bernstein gives us what? Standard 1, standard 2. BKTs. More like a yard tire, aren't they? Because that's all it's going to be doing. How much is that? 61,108. I did say I wanted a telehandler, so we're going to buy that. Now, what are we going to offload? Because we are going to offload. I did have a look at, if I get rid of the case, which the two of them are here together, if I get rid of the case, I need narrows. Now, the unfortunate thing is, now this is pushed with the sprayer anyway, it's a bit too light. The unfortunate thing is, I can't put narrows on this John Deere. So I'm kind of thinking, I don't need the John Deere, I don't need the loader, if I have because I already have two other loaders. This grab can be changed over to telehandler, so we'll do that. That can go on the new telehandler. And sticking with second-hand market and looking at a tractor I have not really used is McCormick. So we're $245 on the John Deere. So if we buy that, it's $240. It'll do narrows, whereas the John, I will, yeah, whereas the John Deere won't. They're compact, yeah. It's got 26 hours on it, so it's less hours than, we don't need a loader attachment. If we do, we can stick it on to use the other loader anyway. I'm going to buy that. So there you go. I'm going to clear out what we're getting rid of. So what we're getting rid of is we're getting rid of both these tractors are going. So with the telehandler to use in the, much as I love the John Deere, it's just, it's kind of surplus to requirement. Unless I keep the John Deere and get rid of the Fiat. Okay, so I need to think about that while I'm doing this other field. What's this like anyway? That's ideal for around the yard. I did say I needed a telehandler because I've been super strengthening the pallets up to the storage. on the farm because I haven't. The roller just barely reaches if you're lucky. Depends on which tractor you have it on, and I haven't used it since very early on because of that. So we're going to shift out what we want to get rid of. This will do as our spraying tractor. This will do for around the yard for loading. But the McCormick, now I got to think about, I don't know what hours are on the Fiat. Fiat is 42. What power is the Fiat? I can't remember. Fiat is, where am I looking, 180. Yeah, I'll have a think about while I'm getting my wheat into this field. And yeah, we're going to get rid of the case anyway, and either the Fiat or the John Deere, one or the other. We'll do a bit of a clean out. We'll get rid of excess loader equipment we don't need as well. If water bowser there we don't need, we get rid of that as well. A few other bits and pieces, we're going to offload them, get rid of them. I'm going to work away. We've got this field to do, and then we have our cotton field to do. We haven't got any equipment to do cotton, we can lease it. I just decided I wanted to do try and work through the crops that aren't root crops that we can harvest and do. I don't really want to do root crops on this map. Just so now I'm doing the carrots, but that's only one field. That might even change by the time we get around to it. I kind of just went through the list to see what was there, and I just kind of wrote it into the list just for the time being. But the other ones are set in stone. We're going to just get this field here sown. I'll move on down then and do the cotton and put the roller up here just to roll this. This is all that'll need to be done. Then we get the cotton field taken care of, and that'll bring us to the end of this episode. We'll be moving on then to March when we can do the other. Can we actually do all the other crops in this month? I don't think we can. I think there's some of them can only be done in March. So we're going to move on to March, and whatever needs to be done in March we'll do in March. The cotton can go in now, so that's why that's going to be done. Yeah, the cotton can go in now, so that's going to take us up to date with all the phase we want to get done in this, and the rest are going to be in March or April. Sorghum and soybeans and that, yeah, they're all in April. And sunflowers, they're all in April. So we're going to move through March, and we'll get the other ones done then. So I'm kind of just trying to mess about rather than, if I keep the money there, I'm going to buy more fields, which I don't want to do. So we have more product there to sell with the cheeses and that and the dairy stuff. So the money will go back up again once we sell off the surplus tractors we have now. It's only gone down because we bought the new machinery. We haven't actually gotten rid of what we're getting rid of yet, so the money is it's not accurate what it is now at the moment until we get rid of the trade-in equipment. So let me get this sown, and then I'll update you when I get rid of all the equipment, and we'll see where we stand then. Okay, all my running around done. Tractors sold, tractors collected, repainted, everything, weight repainted, the whole lot. Here's our McCormick. It's 240 horsepower. We have our telehandler is parked down in the shed. We were able to change the bell grab on the front over to telehandler, the quickie, so that's there. John Deere is still with us. It's rolling the field of wheat. The loader is gone. We had 3 bell forks, or not bell forks, pollock forks for some reason. I don't know why. Just the way it worked out. Wasn't keeping an eye on what we were doing, I suppose. And yeah, we've had our upgrading done now, and I have to say I'm happy to be using both the telehandler and the McCormick, because I've not used the McCormick before. So this is something new to me, and this is not turned on because we're doing 25 kilometers an hour, which you shouldn't be doing. I was wondering, what am I doing wrong? So yeah, we got everything we can get sown for now. This is the last piece we've to do. There we go. It does happen. You turn it on, doesn't it? That's more like it. Yeah, just making use of the second-hand market. Might as well. Wanted to get a telehandler, so we have one now. And can we get rid of that? No, we can't. It will disappear now in a minute. Wanted to get a telehandler from a long time ago in this series. I said about getting one. And nothing really came up in the second-hand market until now. And yeah, the Lind one, I know it's only a different variation on, what's the other brand name? Begins with an S, I can't remember. It's only a variation on that. Why have we no seed? Maybe it doesn't use a lot of seed. Just to make sure it's going in. Okay. You are jumping the gun here. You need to cultivate this field. It's not a direct drill. Okay, so we need to get the cultivator on the field. And I was wondering why we still had 100% cotton and the same amount of fertilizer we had when we started. That's the reason why. So we need to get the cultivator and we need to get this field done. So we're going to use this since the John Deere is up in the high field doing the rolling on the wheat. Now, I wonder is that what happened with my oilseed radish, but the oilseed radish came out of the direct drill, so this tractor should be able for this, although I only have the narrow tires on it because I didn't swap them back after I actually put them on when I bought it. You know what, I'm going to actually pull in and put the wide tires on it. Leave you there. Go into the garage and do this. So yeah, few things upgraded. The money has gone down a little bit, which you'd expect because we did switch to slightly better equipment. This is what we want. We want wide with wheel weights. We do wide with wheel weights. Yeah, sure, why not? If we don't, we'll only spend the money on something else. Nope. And we do have our product to get rid of. I'll just show you. If you look, it's telling us we're €627 worth. Now, a lot of that is food that's not being sold, as I always say. We have sunflower oil in March. That's showing a drop, but it'll probably go back up again. We have our usual cheese, both types, our bottled milk. We have a load of milk. We're going to have that dairy full pretty soon, and all we're going to be doing then is actually selling the milk each month. And yeah, we're kind of very efficient with money coming in now. And I did say that this map is very, very easy to make money on it. Drop it down. Off we go. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to work away. I'm going to get this field cultivated so that we can put our cotton in there. I'm going to do our cotton, get it rolled, everything that needs to be done for the rest of this month. Hopefully we'll get it done before the snow comes. What time is the snow due? Maybe it's even due tomorrow. It's due. Oh, it's due 12 o'clock. What time is it? Oh, I better get my skates on. Yeah, I should get it done. Because I don't know whether I can sow the cotton if it's snowing, but this won't take long. This will take about 10-15 minutes to do, and then the other sowing, it won't take that long as well. So we get this in before the snow gets here. Hopefully we get it rolled as well. And yeah, episode, I don't know what episode we're on. I've lost track. 36 from the Méchet. We're done. The early part of spring sown. We're going to have more to do, but we have to move forward 2 months to April for that. And we get the remaining, I think it's 4 fields. We get the remaining 4 fields all done. And yeah, that's it for now. We'll keep an eye on the Charolais cattle and see do any new arrivals arrive. I would assume we're going to get them eventually. I'd assume it's just part and parcel of the fact that it says they reproduce at a slower rate, that even though the pen is telling us they were going to reproduce, I assume they will reproduce, but it might be another even 9 months before they do. But we'll keep an eye on that. Like, I mean, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to swap them out, I'm going to sell them, but no, we're kind of learning how everything works on this map, so we'll do a more deep dive on the next episode into that, and we'll have a look at the other 2 pens we put down as well, how the Simmental and the Vosges cattle are doing then. So, episode number 36 done from the Méchet. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think of our experiments going forward, the changes to the farm, anything at all. I'll get back to you in good time. Until next time, for now, all that's left for me to do is to say goodbye until then. Bye bye.